Well, it's 3 years, isn't it, since John passed away?
Yeah.
And he was the love of your life. He was the light of your life, and
Yeah.
we all loved him too. So when he passed away, we thought, what's going to happen to Val? And yet these 3 years have been really amazing. It's like suddenly you've started to shine more brightly than I think we've ever seen you before. So tell us how that happened. How does that come about?
Well, I did fall into a hole for about 2 months after John passed away. And I really was questioning the Lord on where do I fit in to the church now that he's gone? What is my purpose? What does God expect of me?
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing my devotions on Joshua and Moses. And God said to Joshua, now Moses, my servant, is dead. Now get up and get on with it. And I really felt like God was saying to me, just in my spirit, not an audible voice, but now John, my servant, is dead. Now you get up and make your life count. And I said to the Lord, okay, I'll do whatever you want me to do. And it sort of turned me right around.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the turning point for me, where I got a change in my life.
But then did that require of you to become a bit more proactive?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so explain that to us.
Well, I said to the Lord I would do whatever he wants me to do, which is a challenge in itself, because he usually takes you up on those things, either that or you say you don't want to do something, he'll take you up on that too. But early this year, I had a thing on my heart about the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to the Lord, what are you doing to me? I'm 80. Surely you don't want me to do a missions trip on my own. And I said, okay, I'll put out 2 fleeces. I want my insurance to come through and my passport to come through real quick. Well, my insurance came through, no problems whatsoever. And my passport came through in 10 days. So I said, okay, God, whatever you want, I will do it and I'll go. And I just felt like if God calls you to do something, he will equip you.
And your health over the years has been quite a challenge.
Yes.
And yet, you go to somewhere like the Philippines and explain how you felt.
Well, I used to go into hospital every 6 to 8 weeks to have a bronchoscopy. That was before my heart surgery. And I have not had one now for over 4 years. And that worried me a bit going to the Philippines, because the humidity here usually gets my asthma going. And I took my nebulizer with me and my steroid tablets, never used them once, not while I was there. And it was 100% humidity and 40 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just God, you know, the old saying, but God.
Yes.
And he really saw me through. And I preached about 16 times in 6 days, and I have no idea how I did it, but God.
Yeah.
And he just undertook in an amazing way.
And I think you want to do it all over again.
Yes,
too,
I'm
don't you?
planning. They want me to go back again next year.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
Which is really
Yes.
amazing. So, Bethel, tell me this. What would you like people to say about you when you're not round anymore? What would you like to be remembered for?
I would hope they would have nice things to say about me. I would like to think that they think I've been honest, trustworthy, I've got integrity, compassionate, loyal, faithful, servant heart, and I hope at the end of my days they'll be able to write there, she was loved by all, and God says, well done, good and faithful servant. Well,
Right.
come home.
So do you think John would be proud of you?
He would be proud of me. We had a time where we said we'd like to go together, like in the notebook. And one day David was with us and he said, Mum, if you go first, Dad will be a domestic mess. And if Dad goes first, you'll be an emotional mess. So I
Right.
hope you both go together. And I said, well, Dave, we couldn't really organise that. And he said, we could. So, oh, good, Dave. Thanks very much. He had the same humour as John.
Yes, he did.
But, yeah, I think the kids keep saying to me, Mum, Dad would be proud of you. I'm
Right.
sure he's in that great crowd of
Right.
witnesses looking
Right.
down.
Well, Val, we say congratulations and keep going. If you're looking this good at 80, I reckon 90, no problem.
Oh,
No problem. We'll have another interview at 90 and see if it's all good. Thank you so much, and we're very proud of you.
Jesus will carry